started.
Okie dokie. Hello, everybody. We are back after last time getting interrupted by somebody taking out a telephone pole. Isn't that just great? Uh, so this one is going to go up in two parts, technically. But if I remember, we were in the tavern. You guys were talking to Sax. And were you guys done with that conversation? I do not remember.
That is a very good question.
I barely remember the telephone pole.
Nah, that's the reason my internet went out, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh,
Let's see here. Was that on the 21st? Just
I
to
believe
double check
so.
my notes.
Yeah. Yeah, because Sax had just got done telling you guys that he caused a lot of trouble with the ladies of the lake.
Yeah, because he was
Because
supposed
he
to, give them
he,
the
he
hubba
was a
hubba.
he was a big dummy and agreed to something he didn't know the details of.
Mm-hmm.
And then they told him the details, and he went, "I don't want to do that."
I'm not ready for a kid.
So we'll go back in here. He just goes he goes, oh well, yeah, that's just the kind of the situation, and I caused a big mess. And he just kind of puts the hand on the back of the head, kind of like, oh.
So the notes that I have, for what it might be helpful,
Mm-hmm.
um, we killed a werewolf and 4 wolves,
Mm-hmm.
made it to the Lake of Songs, met Mako, the shark chieftain, chief of the Lake of Songs, staying the night at the Fishtail Inn. The
Yep.
innkeeper, Sax, has heard a rumor that the dragons are having a meeting in Togus in a few weeks, and he served us rainbow wine, which gives us a +2 to all charisma-based checks for the next day.
Yes, that is true. You guys did experience that. And oh, okay, I am remembering now. Yes, he told you about the annual yearly meeting that the dragons all have in Dragon's Nest.
Yes.
And I believe you guys were contemplating on either going to Pogus or going over to Westeros to find the Tinkerer, or at least get a lead on where he might have went.
Right.
And then I know you were also thinking about talking to the ladies before you guys left.
I think that's what we had decided on, actually, for what
Yeah.
it's worth.
If I remember correctly, that is what you did decide on.
That way, in case they're willing to do something that doesn't require us going after the Tinker, we can.
Mm-hmm.
So, so why don't we bed down for the night, because we hadn't done that yet,
Nope.
and then we can meet the ladies in the morning.
Well, what
Yeah.
constitutes this morning?
Right, yeah,
Well,
what constitutes this morning anyway.
yes, true.
Is that what everyone wants to do?
I'm
Diana,
down.
Diana sticks her head outside of the inn and says, "It's Malik."
Oh, I'm nowhere near the inn. Remember, I'm over by the lake. I'm literally just chilling by the side of the lake.
Yeah. It's not super far from where you guys are. It's like a couple hundred yards, but he's not going to be able to hear you.
Diana like shouts like waits and just like, I'm going to get him a bell with a collar.
Indeed.
Malik,
Hmm.
you see a shadow appear behind you. And you see a very, very frail looking turtle lady kind of walk up next to you and kind of sit down and do exactly what you're doing. And she goes, "Ah, the lake is nice, isn't it, dearie?"
It is. It's also nice to
Yes,
just be outside, to be able to
this
stare at the
is,
stars and not worry about your life being in danger.
that is true. Luckily, we have someone who's put a barrier on our village, so we still remained at peace.
It's just nice to not be trapped in a city, be able to spend time in an environment that I enjoy. People are nice, but sometimes I just want to be outside. And this has been the most relaxed I've been since the sun went away.
She nods and she goes, "One day, the world will know the light again. I am confident." And she gives you this very, very turtle smile with no teeth, because her teeth are just gone.
I hope so. It'll be nice.
Something has caused the ladies to stir lately.
Yeah? Like, is there
Yeah,
something bothering them?
I think so. Generally, the ladies only come out when they feel like it. Something has them scared.
You think there's something else in the water?
That is my assumption. This lake isn't freshwater, you know.
It isn't?
She gestures to the water and like points you to try it.
I'll take a. I'll just grab a cup, like a little bit of cup in my hand and give a quick, taste of the tongue.
It is salt water. This is ocean water.
I assumed that this was freshwater.
No, this is one of the only lakes formed by the ocean. There are
Interesting.
great tunnels under Duranga that connect all the way to the ocean.
Hmm. I wonder then. Maybe something has come from the ocean that shouldn't be here.
Hmm, that would be very new because it hasn't happened in a long time.
Well, maybe it's because with how shallow the the lakes, the rivers of this continent are, it needed the sun to disappear.
Hmm. There is
And
something ancient in the water now. Something that wasn't there before.
I,
Something that has all the creatures of the ocean very afraid. And Jay, that or Malik, that makes you think back to the cry of the dragon turtles.
hmm. Could whatever in here have reawoken the dragon turtles?
I do not know. I thought the dragon turtles were just a bedtime story, like most of us turtles do.
I wonder.
You see on this turtle's lapel, you don't even need to make a roll for this. Uh, a very, very vibrant looking flower, which the description fits the kind of flower you guys have been searching for.
Oh, I see you carry a very precious flower.
Oh, yes, they are gorgeous. They only grow here in the lake.
They are
They are
quite
one of my
beautiful.
favorites. Yeah, you see that in a very rose-like pattern, but in the shape of a star. It looks like a rose, but it's shaped like a star. That's why it's called the coral star flower.
Now, one such as yourself, I believe, holds the wisdom of many generations. Do
You're very
you,
kind of you to say, dearie.
before the ladies of the lake, and before many of the tritons of this town came to the Lake of Songs, is it possible that maybe deep, deep in the belly of the lake, something could have been sealed away?
Hmm. I'm gonna see if she can roll. Do. That's a 10. There was a rumor around 100-ish years ago that there was something ancient that lived in the lake once upon a time. Apparently, this was once a city that was driven into the earth by one of the great quakes.
I see.
And then the ocean sprang from the earth and covered it up.
Hmm, I see. Maybe it's not that something from the ocean has been stirring, but from something in the buried city.
Hmm, it could be.
It could.
At this point, give me a perception check, Malik.
Mm-hmm. 23.
Three. Off in the distance, you're able to hear very faintly your name being called.
If you will excuse me, milady, it seems I am being summoned back to the tavern.
Ah, well, thank you for indulging this old woman in a conversation.
Do you need any assistance getting back to your lodging or your house?
Oh, I'll think I'll stay here for a while. And she just continues to like wave her feet into the water.
I have a feeling I'll be back here with you.
Hmm,
I shouldn't be too long.
sure. I could always use more company. She's very much like the turtle poo. That's the vibe you get from her.
Nice. So I will quickly, I will make my way over to the fishtail, to see Diana standing outside, and say, sorry, I was a little distracted. I was learning more about the lake and
Oh,
how we may or may not have a connection to the lake.
oh. Well, good information. Information is always good to have, darling. Um, but we are deciding on what we are going to do next, so that information should be pertinent.
Alright, well, I'll come inside, for a little while and at least let everyone know what I've learned. Alright, so I will open the door and let Diana go first, because the gentleman always holds the door for a lady.
Yeah, Diana saunters back in and says, "Okay, decision times, everyone."
So, I don't know about you, the three of you, but I've found out some information. Um, I was talking with a lovely Torta woman, and it seems it's not that the ladies of the lake are reluctant to give the flowers away. Something seems to be scaring them, possibly even preventing them from gaining access to the flowers with ease. And I don't know exactly what could be possibly preventing them, but it's either something due to the fact that the lake is connected to the ocean, that something deep within the ocean needed the sun to disappear to make its home down here, or I was able to find out that the Lake of Songs used to be the home of an ancient city that was swallowed by the earth many centuries ago. And considering we know of someone that is looking for his generals, his friends, and his scream, having released such energies into the world, could have stirred what could have been buried in that city, and is using the bottom of the lake as its home for now.
Hearing that, I would love everyone to give me a intelligence check for something in your memories.
Natural 20!
Freaking natural
And oh, wait.
yeah, just a straight intelligence check. Um, Malik and Diana, you both remember one of the statues has to do with the ocean in particular. You remember it being called the Leviathan.
I'm wondering if either the Leviathan made its way through the ocean, through the rivers to here, or it was sealed away in that old city and has awoken and is using the bottom of the lake as its hunting grounds. Or is possibly that the where the flowers are growing is maybe its territory, and that maybe the ladies have to do something in order to gain access to it, but it's still difficult to do so.
And what exactly would this Leviathan be needing these coral flower things for?
It's not necessarily that he needs to do them, or, well, he or she needs it for anything. Remember, like the Leviathan is one of the statues that was around the
You
Elk
gotta remember
King.
Eric wasn't there for that.
Oh, that's right, he wasn't there. But we power word blod them. Did power word blah
Yes.
them for this.
Yep.
I was about to say we can power word blah into Eric's brain about the statues and stuff.
Yep. Which I would go over and be like, sorry, I forget that you weren't present for that, Eric. My apologies. And would go over about our experience with the Elk King, the tomb, the statues that we had discovered, and the multitude of things that we had found, and whatnot, and that I believe it's, I don't remember his name, but the gentleman who awakened us and changed our alignment of magic rather than from that of the goddess of the moon to what
Oh,
was
the
in
Beast King,
the Beast King. Yes, thank you.
the Big Bear Man.
The Big Bear Man. I knew he was a Big Bear Man, but I couldn't remember what if he had an actual name or if it was just a title. Because I
It
don't
was
think
just the Beast King.
Yeah, it was just the Beast King.
You guys never asked his actual name.
That is probably something we forgot to because we're stupid.
We had a very busy couple days. It's fine. In game.
And so in that conversation that we had with the Beast King, the Elk King is definitely looking for his generals to reclaim his power. But from what we have been able to ascertain from the Beast King is that, like what has happened to some of the gods, it seemed that several of the Beast King's generals began becoming corrupted, and thus the Elk King himself
There you go.
became corrupted. And with the fact that I'm not exactly sure how long it has been, because we have only just recently left the city, but with the Beast King having been out for a few years, I believe now, or longer, who is to say that the Leviathan and or the others have not also started to awaken?
You all can remember this, besides Eric, obviously. That the Beast King told you the only reason he wasn't sealed is because he tricked the rest of the previous hero party into sealing a facsimile of him instead of him himself.
But we also know that all the seals are broken, which is one of the reasons why the Elk King was able to escape.
His seals were broken.
Oh, his
I might
seals.
not have clarified.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
his
my
seal
apologies.
got broken.
His seal. I assumed that, and that's just an assumption. Never mind then. But it is possible, with the Elk King being unsealed, that the other seals for the generals have been broken or weakened, or that over time, like the Beast King or like the Elk Kings, that they weakened. They regained consciousness slowly and then used their power to break free.
Yeah, the story that the Beast King told you guys basically was that one by one his generals became corrupted, and the more of them that gained were corrupted, the more corrupted he became. And then the world had to seal him away as well. They saw no other choice but to seal all of them.
So, let's speak to the ladies of the lake when they appear at the time that they usually do. And let's try to see if we can talk to them.
Need some more information.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then we can decide what to do next.
You were told that that would be tomorrow, quote unquote, morning.
Yes.
Well then, sounds like it's something that we need to be doing, and not till tomorrow, and we can all deal with a little bit of a rest.
Yes.
Yes.
Unlike the rest of you, though, I will not be sleeping inside a building for the first time in too long. It is safe in this place, and I would very much like to sleep outside.
Well, that is your choice, darling, by all means, but I will always prefer a bed.
That is that is your prerogative, Diana. I do understand.
Sleeping outside? That's for the peasants.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the poor.
Horrible.
But before Diana goes to sleep, because this entire time, like we've had a couple days or everything, but since the not the elk, Beast King, like gave us like true weave access magic system outside of the Goddess of Magic.
Right.
Diana wants to play with it. She wants to practice. Be like, what's different? Like, is there anything different? Is there how's the feeling? She's just trying to wrap her head around like magic beyond the magic.
Okay. So Diana,
Mm-hmm.
give me a Arcana check for you with advantage.
Ooh, even better.
Hmm.
Only a 12. Do I got anything? Do I got anything from that? I don't think I have inspiration.
No, I
Hold on,
don't.
hold on 1 second. I'm going to use Chrono Shift on myself.
Oh, okay. What does that do?
As a reaction, after you or a creature you can see within 30 feet makes an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, I get to force a reroll.
Okay, cool. Go for it.
I'm using my reaction. Since I'm getting ready to take a nap, a long rest, I'm like, well, might as well. I'm a time mage after all.
Right. Get her done.
Better.
Oh, okay. That's a
16.
little better. 16. So, Diana, as you meditate for a little bit, you start to weave your magic in a way you've never done before. Uh, More than just hand gestures. You start to create the weave itself in your hands in whatever magical flavor you would choose. It starts to come out of you like kind of like a web in your hands that you can mold and control.
Oh, it's 100% smoke. She's bending smoke, changing colors, changing smells, changing like that's how her magic manifests. I've always believed. Hence
And
why she uses.
it feels very different from how you used to cast. It feels like it flows through you in a way that it didn't before. More controlled, more calm.
Hmm.
Diana spends a good bit of time. Like I said, for her, like it could still be a web, but it's a web made of smoke.
Right, yeah,
And
it
it
would just be
ebbs
whatever
and it
flavor you choose.
flows, and like I said, she makes you know how people do like the strings and do like
Hmm.
manipulate strings with their fingers. She's doing that with her smoke as she's testing different patterns and feeling, trying to just get used to freedom. And she is absolutely like just to remind herself to go to bed on a decent time to get her beauty sleep. Uh, but she is invested until that moment.
Hmm. Okay, and is everyone else choosing to rest?
I
I do have something but we'd have to go to a different channel.
Oh,
Oh, I mean, I would head back outside and continue to chat with the lovely turtle woman and just sit at the
Right.
side of the lake until I get tired enough to fall asleep.
She adores your company.
It's just nice to be able to spend time outside.
Eric, when you choose to go back to your room, you feel the moment you touch the doorknob, something your training has been drilled into your head. Somebody's opened your door. Oh, Eric?
PT?
Hmm?
Oh, did you hear me?
Nora was
Oh,
talking to you.
okay. Oh, right. I heard someone else's name. So I just.
I
Sorry.
said Eric.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, and it's been a while. You're not used to that name anymore.
Right.
So
Okay.
the training that's been drilled into you, Eric, somebody's opened your door.
Hmm. Okay. So I'm going to slowly crack the door open to see who it is.
Sitting in the dark corner of your room, you see a hooded figure wearing these bright black and gold robes that you recognize. As he leans forward in the chair that he dragged over to this corner, and he goes, "Hello, Eric. It's nice to see you again." As you recognize the visage of your boss.
Hey, boss. How you doing? Ain't you a bit far from home base there? You don't usually make these visits. You usually send one of your underlings.
Usually I do. But I have a job for you. Specifically.
Oh, do tell.
He leans forward a little bit, and he gestures for you to shut the door so nobody hears.
Oh, right.
And as you shut the door, he goes, "There's something I need you to do. That tinkerer you were looking for. He took something of ours. And it's your job to get it back."
Hmm. And what might this thing look like?
It is a key. It should be sealed in a very ornate looking red box. What it
It's
opens is nothing of your concern. Just know that you need to get it back.
I suppose to say one of them regular keys is some sort of special magic key, and you say it's in this red ornate box. I
Yeah,
heard you right.
that is correct.
And is there any other specifications you need me for this job for?
Hmm.
Do you need this particular man alive?
Keep him alive.
Something else?
He is useful. But when you do find him, gently remind him that our organization and him have a deal.
So, you want me to get this box back and give him a warning?
Indeed. And he stands up and he claps a hand on your shoulder, Eric, and he goes, I'm trusting with you, son. I know you'll get it done, loud or not loud, and that is what I like about you.
Oh, don't worry about me, boss. I'll find it one way or another.
Good. You, Eric, you watch as he slips into the shadow and then just falls into it. Something you've seen him done a dozen times before as he disappears.
Oh, gee, just like that, huh? Here I go to offer him a drink along his ear.
And like Batman, he's gone. So that's what that feels like.
Never knew how to use a door or window properly.
do. Hmm. I'm gonna go with. How about this one? Let's do. All right. And Tier, you said you wanted to.
Yes.
All right. Everybody, we'll be right back. We're gonna go to Whispers real quick. Do. We're back.
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 All right. Do. Malik, did you want to do anything besides hanging out by the lake?
Knowing and having the memory and remembrance of what I had known or know now, and remembering specifically about Leviathan, in
Mm-hmm.
in casual conversation with this lovely turtle lady, who eventually, who I will, once I return, I will actually introduce myself as as Malik, and that it is a pleasure to meet her.
You see her now with a jar of what you assume is honey, just with a spoon, just
You are going on that poo.
She's just,
Nonsense.
it's really warm out tonight, by the way. I rolled on the weather, and it's really nice tonight. And as you're sitting there by the lake with her, give me another perception check.
Okay, I will do. Perception. Dirty 20.
You look up to the sky, Malik, and you see a star formation that you don't recognize. A group of hold on. No. Where is it? Where did it go? A circle of 6 stars. And one of them is brighter than the others at the moment. But it is very distinct and very, very new.
I'll definitely point it out to the lady and say, is it just me, or does that constellation look new?
Oh, you're right. I don't think I've seen that pattern before.
Do you possibly, since you were talking about the ancient city that was here before, do you know if anyone has ever mentioned the word Leviathan?
Let me think. No, I don't believe so.
It's okay. I just thought I would ask.
Very well, dearie. And the night goes on. And eventually the morning finds all of you. What would you like to do?
I will head back to the tavern and grab myself something to eat and drink. As soon as the sun had come up and I had my long rest, and just relax while I wait for everyone else to start their day.
Oh yeah, the fishtail serves very, very good breakfast.
Nice.
Would anyone else like to do anything before you go to the edge of the lake to meet the ladies?
I know. All you notice is as Diana's eating. Like she's eating with one hand, but with her offhand, you see her manipulating a small puff of smoke, almost treating it like a coin at times before expanding it and then contrasting it. Momentarily, it turns into a mage hand.
And it's very fluid too. You are able to go from one shape seamlessly to another.
And you just catch her. I mean, she's one of those like distracted eating, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like fork making it into mouth just barely as she is trying to focus and testing things.
As you are all going about your various mornings, you do hear a very soft, like conch shell sound go off in the village.
I have a feeling that
If
is.
you said something, Tier, you were muted.
Oops. Thank you. I said that's probably our cue.
I was about to say
Oh.
the same thing. That is probably our cue.
Uh, Fair enough, darlings. And with a wave of her hand, the smoke magic she has just dissipates.
I assume Eric has come down by now.
Right then, down to business.
You see, as you guys leave the tavern and walk towards the lake, you see a bunch of people gathering. You see both Mako and Sax. Sax looking uh, more and more guilty as you get closer, knowing how much he screwed up here, and kind of gestures for you all to join next to them. As you all see, I'm going to change the music here. Hold on. Do, 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 do. As you all see a massive whirlpool start to churn and spin from the lake, as three very beautiful forms start to walk out from the water. As you see these three individuals. You see three ladies, all wearing various forms of what you assume are tiaras or crowns. One wearing a beautiful white dress, one wearing a kind of like sea foam green dress, and then another one wearing a pure black dress, as they all walk in unison up to the shore. As you see Mako go down to a knee and he bows, and you hear him say, "Ladies, good morning. It is good to see you." And you see the one in the middle, the one wearing the kind of silver whitish outfit, kind of put a hand under his chin and, "Ah, Mako, it is good to see you as well." And she looks to the rest of you. "Ah, I see we have different company today." And she looks over the party.
Malik gives them a bow and says, "You have a wonderful lake. It is
Ah,
nice to be able to have the ability to spend time outside without fear for your life."
yes. We protect this village. We are the sirens. And she gives you, like, she opens up her hand and gives you all a bow. Now, excuse me while I open my notes.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you? God damn it. Apple.
Did you say sirens?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, she did.
Hmm. Okay. At that mention, you see Eric immediately like put his hand to his ears.
Surprisingly, you don't hear any singing, so.
Well, obviously, because I have my hands in my ears now. Of course, they're not
Fair
going to hear us
enough.
say. That's the point.
Simone.
I, for one, will bow very low.
I'm going to give you their names. Give me a second while I put them in
Yeah.
the Discord for you all.
Mm-hmm.
A courtly gesture from Diana.
Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. She gestures to herself. My name is Aerith. These are my sisters. She points to the seafoam green one. This is Tempest and Tessa. And she points to the other one. She sees you, Eric, cover your ears. And she goes, Oh, young one, there is no need for that. Contrary to popular belief, we don't lure sailors to their deaths anymore.
Oh, I see your lips moving, which be you ain't gonna fool me.
she's she's gonna incite you.
Uh, Diana hears this and sees Eric. And if Eric doesn't respond or anything,
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Diana uses message on Eric and says, they don't do that anymore, darling. You can relax."
Where's the advanced roller? There it is.
What do
Okay,
you
yeah,
mean they don't do that anymore?
17. She sees that you're like, are you afraid, Eric?
Modestly. It's like worrisome. Less scared, more worrisome.
Uh, she points at you with a finger, Eric, and just gives you the like come here kind of gesture.
Eric looks around at the rest of the group. He's like, has she got you on trends too? Just slowly makes a way. No funny business from you. Got my eyes on you. I'm warning you. I could
She
snap a fish in half.
she takes your hands and she lowers them. We haven't sung in over a century, young dwarf. You don't need to worry about that.
Why haven't you sung in over a century?
Haven't felt the need. We used to. As you've probably heard the stories. We used to lure sailors to our domain by our beautiful voices. But then eventually people forgot about us. Forgot about our song. It stopped working. So we stopped singing.
So you're saying you stopped singing for good?
We could still sing if we wanted to, but we don't find a point anymore. Eric, I want you to roll an insight check now.
Okay. There is insight check.
13. It's not bad. Eric, you see a very sad expression on their faces when they talk about not singing in so long.
Okay, so Eric is gonna put down one of his hands tentatively to make sure he can hear them properly and asks, so why don't you girls sing anymore? I thought you needed like the taste of man flesh or something in order to keep yourselves going.
She smiles and chuckles slightly. That was a long time ago. We've evolved to the point where we can survive off normal means, like everyone else. There was a time where we would feed off the magic of man. It was more absorbing their essence, not necessarily their flesh. Even though in the stories apparently we ate them, which wasn't entirely true.
Oh, I've heard stories like that. Quite a few. Some of my best friends were sailors.
Oh, sailors, those poor naive fools. Stretching the truth. You see all three of them kind of wave their hands, and you see three very distinct chairs appear on the shore as they all sit. Please, join us. We should talk.
All right. No funny business now.
She finds you. You can tell that she finds you very amusing, Eric. Now, I assume our extra company is here for a reason. And you see her eyes slide over to Mako. Uh yes, madam. They have some questions. If you wouldn't mind answering them. And he gestures over to you guys.
Well, firstly, we would like access, or at least would like as many of the roses as you can give to us. You see, normal healing potions are toxic to me and my friends, as we are no longer tied to the magic of the goddess of the moon. We are no longer tied to the magic of the goddess of magic. And thus, any potions, especially those made with Nihinium, are dangerous to our system.
You see her kind of put a finger to her lips, and she taps her chin. The method of making potions via coral star has been lost for a long time. I'm curious on how you came to know it.
Let's just say I have someone who gives me a lot of information.
Hmm.
Mainly the one who guards this world and has me as his champion. The great god of death, Zedar.
Interesting. I have met your god once in my life. He is rather captivating for one who deals with death.
Death is a part of the cycle. It is inevitable. All things must die. Because it is part of the way the world is. There is life. Life leads to death. Death leads to rebirth, which means life begins again.
That is true. And that is why we came to the surface in the first place. Because we also need a cycle of rebirth. And you see her eyes shift over to Sax, and he's just like, ha 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 ha.
Is it that you cannot move on until you are with child, and that once that child is born, you may leave this place and be reborn once more?
Hmm. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Just a 10.
Hmm.
I'm a pretty
Well,
face, but I only can do so much.
us sirens are the guardians of this wonderful lake. We have swam its waters since it was sprung from the earth long ago. We guard the ruins that lie at the bottom of the lake.
I see.
I'm guessing those ruins have been disturbed or disturbing recently.
Not yet,
Is something
but
stirring the ruins?
I believe so. We knew that something ancient ruled those lands when we decided to guard them, but we never knew what. But now we can sense a presence, an old presence, that we cannot tell if it is good or bad. We're getting ready to spawn our next generation. We only have so long to do so. But when we do spawn our replacements, our guarding becomes weakened until they are fully matured.
How long does that take?
About a year. That is why we were trying to get it done as soon as possible. And if the coral stars are what you seek. We currently are unable to reach them.
Why is that?
The coral stars lie in a very specific section of the ruins. A few nights ago, a barrier spawned in those grounds. One that we have not been able to enter.
Kind of there.
I have
It
a feeling I know what kind of barrier it might be.
seems to be some sort of wall of magic. We are not magically inclined, you see. The only thing that we wield is the power of song. And after
Well,
so
I
many
get
years... Oh, go ahead.
well, why don't you use your power of song against the underwater creatures or whatnot? Can't you put them to sleep or something? Drop the barrier somehow that way?
Hmm. Our song isn't used in that way. We usually only affect humanoid creatures.
How powerful does the barrier seem to be?
Very. It is old. Something ancient. Far older than us.
I was afraid of that.
The city that we guard is the ancient city of Aurelios.
Do you happen to know, is this the city that was ruled by someone known as the Leviathan?
The Leviathan. That is not a name we know. There is an ancient statue in which the writing has been long, how do I put it, maybe worn away. This could be the statue of the creature you speak of. We are not sure. We were chosen by the leader of Aurelios to guard it for forever. We've been doing it for almost 600 years.
Is that statue outside or inside of the barrier?
The statue is inside.
Can it be seen on the outside of the barrier?
Yes, it can. It's in the middle of the garden where the coral stars grow.
Would you be able to safely take me there?
We could take all of you there, if you so choose. We have a way of bestowing breath upon you mortals so you can breathe in the water.
Thankfully for myself that is not needed, but it would be for my friends.
Yes, my sister here, and she points over to the one she called Tempest, can provide you with water breathing. It will allow you not only to breathe, but to walk normally in the water.
So
How
maybe that.
long?
Yes, that's a good question.
For as long as you need.
Well,
Even if you say that we could breathe underwater and walk underwater with your special magic siren powers, isn't there something a little more pressing, if you will, that we need to be aware of? If we're
And what
going
would
down
that
to the
be?
bottom of the ocean or the sea, thousands of miles, is there something called, sea pressure?
Oh, the spell takes care of that as well.
Oh, you ladies got something for everything, don't ya?
I mean, it's magic, Eric. That's what it does.
The one named Tessa hasn't spoken up yet. She looks over to you, Eric, and she goes, "We could be those monsters you remember, but we choose not to be. Those stories were our ancient ways, our sisters that used to came before us, upheld ancient laws that we no longer see need to uphold."
Well, I'm sorry, Your Majesty. You have to excuse this old bloke if a few hundred years worth of stories from sailors have got this one a little, testy, if you don't mind.
Hmm. We take no offense to this. We're used to mortals treating us poorly. You hear Sax speak up, and he goes, "Oh yeah, when we first started talking to the ladies, we also didn't treat them too good. 'Cause like you, we heard those same stories.
As someone who
But
lives in two worlds, such as these ladies, I understand it. People look at you differently when they don't understand you, because bigotry is taught and has been to many of the races for centuries.
and we're trying to change that." The one called Tempest speaks up. "Me and my sisters, we care about the people of the surface, and we want nothing but longevity for them. That is why
Then
we've been
perhaps,
giving them supplies."
then perhaps it is time that the people of the surface care for you as well. On two fronts, perhaps. Perhaps. One, I think it might make sense for our group to examine the barrier and see if there's anything we can do. Two, poor Sax here. I understand he got himself in over his head a bit.
"A bit," Aerith speaks back up.
What would be involved in resolving that?
"Hmm. Well, mostly it would be finding somebody willing to give us what we need." And she gives you sort of a wink, Malkael. "There was one other who was willing, but from what we've been told, he's gone missing."
The man who sells you and gives you the trinkets.
Yes, indeed. We find him adorable. He finds our beauty captivating and made us these. And she points to the tiaras that they're all wearing.
They are lovely, as are their wearers.
Ah,
Indeed.
thank you. And she gives you a slight bow. And if your group can find a way to get past those barriers, as long as you agree to find our tinkerer, we will give you as many as we are allowed.
Obviously, we would never want to take more than what we need, as well as take more than is required.
The coral stars grow in a cycle of 3 months. So as long as you don't take too many, they will regrow.
How fortunate.
And that would be our intentions, to ensure that the harvest can continue for many centuries to go.
Aurelios used to be a beautiful city. One that we once cherished. Ugh, my voice is killing me.
Take it
Uh,
easy. Get a drink.
oh yeah, let me go grab some water real quick. Hold on.
Wait. Can we just make this like a 5-10 minute break?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's fine.
Okay, sure.
That's why I love having a wireless headset that has incredible range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be right
Same.
back. I need some water.
Maybe.
I was like, I wanted to make sure I, went and grabbed some food, no, to at least make the food to make burritos for the next several days.
I don't think I would ever want to have another headset, especially a wired one, that I can't like take into the kitchen and get drinks, food, or whatever it is I'm doing at the time.
Same. I can't stand not being able to walk the house without with it.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes just standing up and walking around like just helps you get into the character at a time.
Hmm. And with the fact that I needed. I've been trying to walk around more. You know, it's nice to be able to do that during D&D. And I have enough mixture for probably a dozen-ish burritos. Especially if I make more rice tomorrow. I was gonna say, is there any updates on your Sunday game there, Keech?
Say again?
Any updates on your Sunday game? How that's going after everything?
Um, at this point in time, the DM is currently working on a Lancer campaign,
Hmm.
to which the remaining three of us, myself, Hawks, and Echo, are going to partake in.
Hmm.
Uh, there has been a discussion long term about adding one more fork to the group
Mm-hmm.
from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay.
At this point in time, our DM is just focused on Lancer as like a short term thing for like a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't know what he's going to do after that. We if we all gel together for Lancer, he could extend that game into something more long form.
Mm-hmm.
He may end up starting something new with Pathfinder.
Mm.
Uh, uh, Aside from that, I don't know what's going on in his mind. Except right now, it's all about Lancer.
Okay. I mean, if your DM is wanting to sit down with players and whatnot to pick the D&D game back up, and is willing
I
to have
don't
somebody sit there and learn, I would
I don't think
definitely be
he
interested
wants
in
to
that.
pick up the. But okay, I'll keep that in mind. If you, I think he might have. A, I don't know if he has a fourth in mind, but he specifically mentioned wanting to get a fourth, and it sounded like he had an idea in mind of where to get it. I don't know if un, if he's going to be in a mood to do something else with D&D in particular, because the it seems that the second uh, chapter or era or whatever, like the initial game that we were doing for the longest time, it officially stopped and ended like months ago when we killed the dragon Emerith. Everything after that, that was part of like chapter two, and we're doing a whole survival thing. I think he's basically kind of backtracking that as like, it's just like that just didn't happen. Our story ended here. Boom. So I think that particular game is done.
Like she's doing in the picture, she summons this orb of seafoam green magic and with just one motion, she blows it all towards you, and you guys feel yourself covered in this layer of magic that has that same slight seafoam green glow to it. Yeah, now you should all be fine. Follow us. And they start to wade their way back into the lake.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You three get back here.
Uh, uh, okay, what? What's the
Can't,
problem now?
you can't just go about blowing these seafoam all over the place and expect me to just expect it to work.
I will give it a try, Eric. I will go first if it will make you feel better.
She gestures like, go ahead.
You said it'll allow us to move around freely, correct?
Indeed.
Fantastic. I stride into the lake and submerge myself beneath of it, and I see if I can breathe.
Yeah, you can breathe just fine. It's like whatever spell they gave you guys.
Uh-huh.
It's like it also added a layer of gravity to you, where um, you're not floating in the water. There's no sudden drop either to this lake. There is a slope that seems to go all the way to the bottom of the lake.
Lovely. Given that I can breathe, I pop my head back above the surface. Yes, Eric, I can breathe just fine beneath the water. And I can move just fine too. They're not lying.
So you can move just as fine underwater as we can up here.
I pull out my sword
Mm-hmm.
and say, would you care for a duel to find out?
The Aerith is kind of her eyes shift back and forth between you two now. She's more curious than anything. She's not going to stop you.
Oh,
Not to the death or anything, just to test it.
All right, fine. One quick duel, one hit and it's over. Don't want to be murdering you or anything.
Diana, what was the D20 for?
that Diana sees this whatever is going on here, and it's just like, I'm going to go ahead and at least look around down there, aka be useful, darlings. You do whatever it is you need to do with your swords or the equivalent of, and goes
Uh,
down.
I'm going with you, Diana. This is a bit much and not necessary.
This was for Eric to make him feel better. Just so he can see that he can move fine and breathe
Any
fine.
excuse to play with your swords, darling. Keeps going down.
Mm-hmm. I'll just
Uh,
follow
the
behind
one,
her.
the one she called Tessa goes with you too. I shall
Okay.
escort them. So
At this point, after what has been said by the other two, Malik's in a mood. He puts
okay.
his sword away, looks at Eric, and says, come into the lake or not. At this point, I don't care. And he strides after Diana and Malik.
Okay.
Fine, I'll be joining you, but I ain't case you say anything.
The the one in the seafoam green dress waits for you to go down, Eric.
All right, yes, I'll tentatively join down with the rest of them.
Yeah, you're able to breathe just fine, and you're able to walk, swing your sword. You're basically able to move just as well as you were on the surface. Uh, okay, so I'm assuming that was supposed to be for like a perception investigation. What were you trying to do, Diana?
Oh, that was me deciding if Diana was going to go or not.
Oh, okay.
That was purely like I had an inkling, and I was like, I'm just going to roll it and see what happens. My personal DC, and I was like, and it says no and continues.
Fair enough. As you all wade down into the water, it takes probably about 10 minutes to get all the way to the bottom. It is a very deep lake. But as you do get to the bottom of the lake, funny enough, it's more lit down here than you all expected. You
More what?
see more lit.
Light.
Light, yeah,
Oh,
lit.
light.
Light.
Light. Okay.
You see this beautiful rainbow-like coral is giving off very much ambient light down here.
Beautiful.
What color?
Uh, it like I said, it's more like a rainbow. It kind of shifts between all of them.
Charming. Charming.
You hear Tessa say, "Ah, yes, we grow those just so when we do need to bring somebody down here, they are not as how do I say it, visually inclined as we are."
As someone who is visually inclined as such as yourself, I understand this.
They continue to. Does anyone want to make perception or investigation checks as they walk?
I will.
Sure.
You all can do this if you want, either investigation or perception.
Wow, natural one.
Oh, two of you rolled that ones. Damn.
You know what? I'll take it on an investigation check and not a anything else check. Okay.
Mhm. At this point, Eric is just amazed at the functioning of being able to walk underwater and move around normally. It's like his entire um knowledge of these sirens is like being uplifted in real time. He's like
Oh
having
yeah,
trouble.
absolutely.
He's having trouble focusing. I was like,
Oh, cognitive
dissonance.
dissonance.
Cognitive
Yeah.
dissonance. Yes, exactly.
Both Malik and Malkael. As you guys are walking on the silt, all of a sudden the silt changes to cobblestone. As you find yourself now walking on what you assume to be a very old, ancient road. And you see this road continue to kind of curve off in the distance.
Fascinating, darling. It's fascinating. Such architecture already down here. It's still in good working
Mo-
order.
Most of it is still intact. The one named Aerith speaks up. It is very much. We try to keep it as intact as we can.
Other than you, is there anyone else who lives down here?
Not anymore.
Is there a
All
reason
the
for
people
that?
that all of the people that used to live in this city were the Dragonborn. Unfortunately, none of them evolved like we did to survive down here. Most of them were killed in the collapse 600 years ago. You guys remember back 600 years ago correlates with the sealing of the Leviathan, the date that you were given.
Mm.
Mm.
Lovely.
So it seems like the sealing of the Leviathan might have caused the quake that caused the city to sink into the land.
It, based off of what we know, it's starting to sound more and more likely that this may or may not be the burial place of the Leviathan, or at least this was his or her seat of power.
Um, it could be possible. We were given our jobs after the collapse. We
By
used
who?
to be we used to be handmaidens for a young elf, a sea elf in particular, who was kind of, oh, well, there's no good way to put it, a slave to the Dragonborn.
A former slave of this city told you to watch over it?
Well, there was nobody left. Their masters were gone, and we only felt it right that this city be protected. It is beautiful still, even underwater.
Is it? Can I actually insight check them on?
I'd like to do that too.
Because
Yeah, absolutely.
something start like the way
Some
that
starting to
they're
feel fishy.
yeah, something is definitely starting to feel a little fishy. I'm not the best at this, but
Language. Points to the
You
center.
you clicked investigation,
oop,
Malik.
oop, my bad.
With a 5, Malkael, they're very hard to read. 21? They seem to be genuine. They haven't spoken a lie yet.
Yet. What was the name of this elf?
Give me a moment while I look at my notes. Do, do, do,
And
do.
while you do that, does the name the Beast King or the Elk King bring forth anything that you do not that you can remember?
What? Well, while this is going on, also not to tag on to a tag on to a tag on.
Mm-hmm.
Ritual casting detect magic.
Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely. Do, do, do.
Though we do love a tag along to a tag along to a tag along to a tag along to a tag along.
Yeah,
Mm,
I know. Just counter, the counter, the counter.
Tagalongs are delicious.
They are.
So are burritos.
I'm more a fan of the caramel coconut ones.
Thin mint.
Those are
They
my
are
favorite.
in season.
I
Ah,
saw Girl Scouts out selling today by the side of the road.
if I remember correctly, his name was Teberos. I'll type that out for you. Give me a history check when you guys hear that name.
Okay.
I'll always look me a good history check.
I'm rolling so good tonight.
There you are, goddamn.
That's me.
Eric, you-
I haven't
Okay.
rolled. Meanwhile, I haven't rolled above a 10 yet. So.
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
I'm
Eric.
stealing all your rolls.
Eric is so mystified by being underwater. You're not even listening to anything that's being said.
Momentarily,
Yeah,
forget the
I'm like
elf
just
is.
I'm half here, half out of it.
Diana, you're too concentrating on ritual casting your detect magic.
That's also fair.
Do.
But me, on the other hand,
Yeah, Malik. Actually, no, Diana, you rolled enough as well.
well, yeah.
I was looking at Malkael's check. That's why.
Okay, yeah.
And so Malkael, you seem to be uh in a mood because you feel like you got rejected by the ladies.
Okay.
Unless it's wrong, I don't know.
No, that works.
Okay, yeah, I won't tell you how your character feels.
Nope, you're good.
But Malik and Diana, you remember that is the name of one of the heroes that then went on to become one of the first kings of Ephraim, the one who formed the continent. Or at least formed the seat of power, anyway.
Okay.
In
Okay.
Ephraim.
Mm-hmm.
So
He
it's,
was the first king of Ephraim, Tenebros, or Teb-Oros.
so it seems that Tebros was involved in this. I mean, he was one of the original heroes and Ephraim's first king. But it's interesting that he was here during this period and that he was once a slave and
Back then,
survived.
the one named Tempest starts to speak. Back then, elves weren't considered equal citizens to the Dragonborn. As barbaric as that is, it is unfortunately true. The dragons, when they first started their rule, even their spawn thought they were above everything else. We have come to know that they were quite wrong. We find the other races to be quite fascinating. But the Dragonborns that ruled over Aurelios were quite one-track minded. Not sure if that's the right words. And as you guys are continuing to walk, Diana, your detect magic goes off. And a torrent of magic flows around you guys. Like now that you can see it, Diana. And it's down here lights up like a Christmas tree. Even the cobblestone that you guys are walking on are coated in magic.
Diana had a feeling. Stone being down here for so long and still being kept up.
Mm-hmm. And
Is
as
he
you
not?
guys begin to come into view, this bright bluish glow starts to come off structures that are still 100% intact as the city of Aurelios comes into view. These crystalline spires and structures jutting from the ground. They were not kidding. It is gorgeous down here.
Are we getting closer to the barrier?
Yes, the road will split here in a little while. You do see that the road starts to fork. The city, the main city, is that way. As you see the cobblestone road that leads into the city itself,
Mm-hmm.
and then one that goes off to the left. The garden is this way. And she goes towards the left path.
Hmm.
As walking and explained, Diana is looking around, taking in the beauty of everything, of course, but then just the hum of magic, the glow of all this magic and everything. She says, I have to say, darling, you will have to part with some information about how all this is maintained, and quite curious about it.
We are not sure, to be honest. Our magic protects the village above. The magic that protects down here has been here since we were given our job.
Interesting.
This means there's more information to be had inside.
We do not enter the city very often because we don't have a need to. But there is probably years and years worth of undiscovered history in that city that humans probably haven't seen in ages.
I mean,
Human, elves, other races. Not a lot of them can breathe underwater, so not many of them come down here.
We are very grateful that you have allowed us to do so and to see this.
indeed. I was worried
So,
I was going to have to come down here alone.
so how exactly have your people kept a record of the whole lineage and histories and such?
Oh, we have our journals. Our sisters kept ancient tomes. Over the years, and our ways, they used to tell of the old stories. Most of them are just the ramblings of our sisters and how they went by the day to day. But some of them do remember what it was like on the surface, working with the Dragon Balls. We used to sing for them, you know. That was our purpose. The dragons. We used to sing for them.
Interesting.
So, what stopped you from going from dragon lullabies to, you know, the rest of your history?
After the fall, this is what we call it, or the Great Quake, as some people do, our sisters were angry at the surface. So they spent years luring oh God, my voice, Jesus, luring mortals down here, and we did not eat them, in a sense. More, we would absorb their essence to bolster our own. Our kind used to live forever. But when we stopped that tradition and decided to never again absorb the essence of mortals, we have to procreate like any other species to survive.
Right.
see.
It is true, we used to kill folks. But after a couple hundred years, me and the sisters, well, at least our generation anyway, probably about 50 years ago, started to realize that this system was barbaric and no longer needed.
That's
We
fair.
wanted to change our ways and interact with the human folk. There was one hero who came down here. He loved our land. I think he was one of the people who helped to maintain it.
And who would have that been?
He called himself a great hero. We can't remember his first name, but he always wore the sigil of a lion.
Hey, wasn't it one of them footy animal people you mentioned earlier?
No, he was a human.
No,
Give me
no,
a
no.
history check.
I was asking the rest of the group that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. When you hear the sigil of a lion, you guys make a check.
You got it, Dad.
Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Both got tens.
Let's see if I can roll above a 10. Shall we?
Eric, did you roll as well?
Oh, if you'd like me to.
Well, we got 15.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you rolled tens. Diana.
18. Nice.
No, I only got 14, but still, I rolled a 6 on the dice. Okay.
Eric, it actually makes sense that you would know this from your sailor stories. The son of one of the original great heroes, Stefan Lionbrook. He was a great shipwright and architect that was obsessed with searching the bottoms of the ocean. And most of you remember that the Lionbrook family, even in today's society, are where most of your architecture came from. That sigil of the lion is probably still in most of the cities today.
I see.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. I gave your character kids.
Shush you. What was the name again? Sorry?
Stefan.
Stefan.
He
Interesting.
was a kind young man.
Mm-hmm.
He was fascinated with underwater societies like ours. We do not live in Aurelios, but we do have a smaller place that we keep, kind of a ways away from here.
Hey, I hope if you ladies don't find me too crude to be asking this, but I've heard something else from one of the sailors about something like a sea lion type people, selkies, I think they call them. Do
Oh, the
you
sea lions. Yes. They they come around. Why do you ask?
you mean they exist? Well, I mean, I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised since I'm talking with the three of you now underwater and not dead.
Oh, well, there are civilizations of Triton, as you call them, and they are a part of it. The Selkies. They are an interesting folk. The sea lions and the sea otters. They are one big conglomerate.
Being under his reminding me of a few other stories the other guys have told me before. And, just if I'm wrong about you three, I mean, what else is down here? It's got me wondering.
There could be many things. Mortals were very close minded. Well, the humans in particular. Stefan was one of the good ones. We've met some not so good ones.
Oh,
For
so have I,
context,
darling.
Stefan was our father.
Excuse me. You mean that? You mean to tell me that Stefan was your his kids?
Yes, we were the generation who was born via his, well,
Gift.
gift, yes.
Blimey, I
Our
swear you
mothers
three are
were
blowing my mind something fierce right now.
our mothers were quite captivated with him.
Then it's just,
As
looks at them and just says, "You have to tell me your skin routine." As she's looking around, and
oh, yes, sirens age much differently than you humans. We might be 50 years old, but we look like the same as we matured. We look this way until the day we die.
So, all the three of you like biological sisters, or did you have three different mothers?
Oh, no, well, yes, we had three different mothers, but the same father.
Oh,
Wow.
I totally get that. I was going to ask you about your hair.
Oh, yes, that is a part of our heritage. Tessa here is the one who got our father's natural hair color. As Jay, Tessa is the one that looks the most like Enarth.
Tips hat.
Mm-hmm. As you guys are walking, Diana, you suddenly walk face first into a force field.
Boing.
hey, now I have detect magic.
Uh, yes, but it wasn't
Uh,
visible until you hit
uh,
it.
uh,
And then very much echoing out was bong
yeah.
as
Mm,
this bright green aura has seemed to have formed a wall in front of you as you all see this beautiful field of these purpley red flowers in the shape of the stars, the roses. The same rose you saw on that turtle, Malik. But these ones are much more vibrant and alive.
A little wooding would have been nice, but we have found them.
Sorry about that. We were too in our story to remember we were almost there.
It's okay. It happens.
Hmm.
You
And
alright,
there's the
Diane?
statue.
I'm fine, darling, but anyway, past this barrier?
That is
You,
what we
you,
need you to find out.
you gotta just watch, like, Eric just walks closer to touch the barrier, just sort of knocks on it to test it out. It's like, alright, well then, uh, since we don't know exactly what's going to knock this thing down, might as well
Break.
go for the scientific approach. He just takes out his battle axe and swings at it as hard as he can.
I wouldn't.
Okay. Eric, roll to hit. All right, all right. It's a force field, so you're able to hit it. Roll damage. Wow, God, Jesus.
Reaching.
Lord. Eric, roll me a D100.
So help me if you turn into an aquatic plant right now.
Excuse me while I look for a chart real quick. Where's our pinned fucking thingy?
Eric's going to do a modern retelling of Where the Wild Fern Grows.
Oh my god, that was like perfect. That was amazing.
Oh, that's actually not as bad as it could have been.
It's still bad.
For
Okay.
the next minute, a ghostly shield hovers near you, granting a +2 to AC and immunity to magic missile. As Eric, you get blasted about 10 feet back from this barrier as you strike it. As the shield causes, as your collision with it causes a surge in your magic.
I was trying to warn you.
Oh. Right. It's got some colony repulsion system to it.
It's a barrier,
Well,
darling. If you
that is
think
interesting.
a regular battle axe is gonna break through it, you're sadly mistaken.
Funny enough, we've never had any one of us try that. you
It,
see,
it,
Tempest is currently giggling, looking at Eric.
I'm wondering, does water seem to flow through the barrier, or is it stuck on either side?
Give me an investigation check, Malkael.
Then it's gonna now that she knows where the barrier is at, going to focus her detect magic on the barrier to get as much information as possible from it.
Okay. Malkael, with your 18, you can absolutely see that the current of the water is flowing through the barrier.
Okay. Well, I have something else as a follow up to that, but go ahead and answer Diana first, please.
Ah, Diana, very strong, like anciently strong abjuration magic is coming from this barrier. When you focus your detect magic, several different colored seals fade in and out from this barrier every time it's touched. It seems to be a multi-layered barrier.
Can we see it? Like just with the naked eye?
When it's touched, yes, and then it fades.
I
But the
want to
only one who
get
can see it fully is Diana because she has Detect Magica.
right. Right. Yeah, I've got two things then. Are there any like loose pebbles around or like patches of dirt?
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely. There are pebbles and sea stones and seashells all over the place.
okay, I'd like to pick up two or three stones or shells of increasingly large size, though all small enough to fit in the palm of my hand. And then with my other hand, a bit of the silt, sort of take it up as best I can.
Okay.
The hand with the silt, I get right up to where the barrier appears to be and cast, like, not cast it, but, toss it towards the barrier to see if the silt flows with the water through the barrier.
Okay. The silt goes right through without a problem.
Okay. So it's not stopping water or small particulate matter. So I'll take the smallest stone and toss it at the barrier.
Uh, yeah, it goes right through.
Next biggest.
Yeah. Whenever you go through 3 or 4 different size stones, and they all go through it.
Okay, so this isn't this. So whatever this barrier isn't something that would stop everything like force energy or anything like that.
It seems to be
Um,
stopping living matter.
that's what I was going to say next. Yeah, it seems to be stopping people specifically from going through. I say this
And
to help Diana with hopefully an Arcana check. Sort of a
Do you specifically say living people?
yes, I do.
Okay, if you specifically say living people,
But it would have been very like obvious that it was like not thinking in terms of you.
no, but Malik is going to he's going to just he is going to release whatever. I mean, he doesn't need to breathe, but he's going to
right,
release the oxygen from his lungs. He is going to steady himself
I guess.
and
mhm,
just slightly kick off, and not enough that it's gonna force movement, but that he is weightless within the current, if there
right,
is anything, and just let himself slowly go forward until to see if he will pass through the barrier, because he is technically not alive,
right.
and see if he will pass through.
Give me a D100.
You got it, boss. 44.
44.
It's double my lucky number.
Hmm. Diana, you still have detect magic is what, 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Okay. As Malik tries to let himself be taken by the current and
Mhm.
kind of float through the barrier,
Mhm.
you see very specifically that he gets part of the way through. And then you see a purple sigil light up on the barrier. And Malik, you are rejected back from the barrier as this light purple glow takes over the barrier.
Hmm. I almost made it
Specifically,
in.
specifically, Diana, you saw that purple rune that just appeared
Mhm.
had a skull in the middle of it.
A skull rune. This barrier is multiple layers, darling. So sees what uh sees what Markel has
When
done.
when Eric touched the barrier,
Uh
you saw a green sigil light up with the visage of a tree on it.
Diana relays this information to everyone. Just say this is what I'm seeing every time we are rejected.
But you say there are multiple sigils, right? But you haven't seen some of them glow just yet.
I've seen them active when we've tried entries via methods, although I didn't see anything with the rocks and the silts, Michael.
So,
What if we try something for the sake of it?
mm-hmm.
What if this is not a barrier per se in the traditional sense? What if it's a door? And that door has a key that needs to be used. You said a specific rune glowed when I touched it, and then a specific one when Eric attacked it. What happens if I touch it and I'm going to reach my hand out and just touch it? Does the same symbol glow?
Mm-hmm. Diana, you can see that same purplish symbol with the skull on it light up.
It's the same one, darling. And so Diana cautiously takes out her hand.
And when you touch it, that green symbol lights up.
Are
Hmm.
there any fish or any creatures that I can see on the other side of the barrier?
No.
None at all. Nothing.
I
Nope. I
also have.
wonder. Aerith steps forward and she touches the barrier. And you see a third symbol light up, Diana. The one with a visage of a trident that glows blue.
Different. A blue trident. So me and Eric have the same darlings, but different
What
for
about
If
Malik
I
and
had.
different for you.
what about
If I.
Malkael?
Hmm,
Let's see what maybe it's a racial based lock?
Malkael, when you touch it,
Hmm.
a gold sigil lights up with the visage of the sun on it.
Gold and sun, darling. Different still.
If I remember correctly, hold on. I gotta check something real quick.
Now, Eric, just for shits and giggles,
Right.
Yes.
touch the barrier too to see if the one that's being lit by Diana touching it stays lit or another glows.
All right then. And he goes up and just moves his hand to touch barrier.
When Eric touches the barrier, that same green symbol lights up.
Still green, darling.
I'm wondering then, because this is how
That's
many
four.
how many symbols in total did you see in the barrier, Diana?
Well, I've counted 3 so far.
4.
4. That was the last one you saw, was the 4th one.
Oh, I thought she was able to see more than what was like unlit ones.
I saw that it was layers, but it wasn't
Yeah.
active layers until it was touched.
When all 4 of the people are touching it at the same time, she can see all 4 sigils being lit up.
What's the 4th one that I missed? Because I heard purple skull, green tree, like white-ish sun.
Blue trident.
Gold
Oh,
blue
blue
trident
trident. Okay.
Gold
when the
triangle.
sister touches it.
You see the one named Tessa, her eyes start to glow this radiant white. Oh, I can see it now.
See what?
I could take a guess. She points to the blue symbol with the trident. Fish folk. She points to the green one. Mortals. She points to the purple one. Undead. And she points to the one with the sun. Celestials.
Do we need a fiend or something?
I mean, realistically, there are multiple races on this. I mean, maybe that's a possibility.
Diana,
Mhm.
give me an Arcana check with advantage.
Don't worry, my next trick was going to do something
It's
else.
gonna finally break the 10.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah!
Anyway, 24.
I have a +8 to Arcana too, which is great. Diana, something clicks in your head. These are probably the 4 races that cast this barrier.
Okay.
So there was probably in D&D terms, it was probably a Triton, a human, an undead, and a celestial that cast this barrier to then keep those races out of this place.
But never mind.
No, go ahead.
I looked to the sisters. Well, actually, no. Do you say that realization out loud, Diana?
At this point, yes, you hear her mumbling it, but she's talking while she's rubbing a hand over the barrier.
I look to one of the sisters and say, were there any other races, species, that might have been involved in the city or any defenses of areas of this, well, underwater area?
Not that I'm aware of. But if those symbols correlate to people, then I would assume it would correlate to 4 of the 5 great heroes.
Who was the fifth?
One was a fiend, a tiefling. But he did not know magic.
So only a tiefling would be able to enter.
Maybe. But this barrier did not appear until that scream a few nights ago.
Because it's trying to keep the Elk King out.
Hmm. The Elk King. You've said that name once before. What is that?
Not what? Whom?
We are not aware of this name.
The Elk King. About a century, 1,000-ish years ago, before the era of a millennia, before the era of man had truly begun, the Elk King ruled this land, this world. But something began to corrupt him, corrupt his children, his generals, his sources of power. And then he became corrupted.
You must be speaking of the Lost Ones.
I believe so.
You see her summon a journal. That looks much older than they are. And she flips to about the middle of it. And she hands it over to you. As you see an entry in the journal labeled The Lost Ones, and it lists the names of the Guardians. And written below the list of the Guardians talks about how the land was once ruled by a separate set of gods that they now refer to as you know, as the Lost Ones. But at the bottom of that entry, it says not a lot is known about them.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's just where it ends.
Based on our experience with the wizard who sealed the Elk King away, they tried to erase as much information from that period from the world. It's why the cities were buried and built upon so that they would be forgotten. That no one would go looking for them. No one would go looking for a city when there is a city there.
In that session, did I ever specify what race the wizard was?
No, because he was undead and we were not able to ascertain, even based off of his skeletal structure, what he once was.
Okay.
You're right back, guys. I just heard somebody yell something. So I'm right back.
Oh, okay.
All right.
We can fuse. Or keep going, depending on if we want them to wait for them.
We can wait a minute, just so they come back.
Gold Star so far, really having a lot of fun. Really liking this station.
Is everyone else having a good time?
Yes, I'm looking forward to more downtime activities.
It's been nice that it's a little that we're kind of getting into the nitty gritty of the story a little bit.
Yes.
I likes.
Don't worry, if we don't get this going forward, Diane's going to ritual cast Identify.
Everything okay, Tyr?
Yes, I'm sorry. Mike accidentally burned Jason's finger somehow, and so Jason shouted because of the pain.
He's okay,
and he's fine. He's fine.
He's
not even a first-degree burn.
Just an ouchie.
Yeah, just an ouchie. So sorry, I was worried for nothing, but I wanted to make sure because when I heard the yell,
you never really know.
You never really know. Plus, you know how sometimes you can hear something and it sounds like one thing, but it ends up being something else? It almost sounded like, "Come help me."
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I was like, I gotta go. I gotta check. I gotta make sure you guys are okay. So anyways, sorry. I am so sorry.
No, you Gucci.
Yeah.
Your camera's lagging quite a bit there, Tier. I don't know if you can tell.
Looks fine on my side, and you all look
Uh,
fine to me too.
okay, it
Yeah.
might just be on my end. It's fine. Probably just my Discord being stupid.
It does that.
Aerith will speak up. The great hero that was a part of that party was an ASMR. Wore these bright white robes.
Oh, sorry.
And you all remember that that's the visage you saw of the wizard. He wore these bright white priest robes.
So then that's more than likely the person we saw who, even after death and undeath, guarded the Elk King until they could no longer.
Mm. His compatriot, a human, much like your compatriot here, he points to Diana. But her magic was natural. She was born with it instead of taught.
I see.
There was an elf. You recall the Tebros, the sea elf.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they had a vampire. I believe his name was Von Drake.
I see.
Are these the guardians that are listed in the book?
No, these
These are
are
the
the
the original
four of the
heroes.
five great heroes, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, my mistake. I misunderstood.
And then there was a tiefling, right?
Yes. Uh, I believe his name was Fire Spitter, I believe, is what they called it. He had a way about magic that I had never seen before. It was quite, well, no pun intended, devilish in nature. He didn't cast magic like normal people. I think he more. How to put it? I think he paid for his magic. Struck a
Oh,
deal
Oh,
of sorts.
I see.
at that point, my hand is still touching the barrier. We're all still touching the barrier at this moment, right?
Uh huh.
I
Yeah.
would say so.
Uh, I'm going to reach inside for a certain reason, if you know what I mean, Zoro.
Okay. Send me a message.
Um, yeah, I could do that. Sent you one earlier. I'm not sure if you saw it, but I'll send you one now.
Uh.
Um,
Oh yes, yes they do. That's fine. That's the answer to your previous question.
okay. Um,
When you try
mhm.
Malkael, it does not connect.
Like in, hold on.
Mm-hmm. Like no one is home.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Well, that leaves one other option that I can think of, except that it doesn't work unless there's a creature on the other side of the barrier.
Oh,
There,
well, I was going to finish my description earlier.
Sorry.
About
yeah.
200 yards from where you guys are standing, you see a massive marble statue of a creature that looks half whale, half octopus. And the statue has two parts. It's the whale slash octopus creature, which is massive,
Mm-hmm.
and then under it are four statues that seem to be kneeling at its base, kind of in a very priestly-like pose.
You said 200 yards away. Is that inside or outside of the barrier?
Inside the barrier.
I kneel when I see this. Keep my hand on the force field and kneel.
Okay.
I follow suit.
Sure, darling. And motions for the
And then
for the
Eris
Triton.
kind of like, she raises her eyebrow, but she does so. And as you all kneel, this warbling effect comes across the entire barrier. As one by one, Diana, you see those sigils break and crack, and then disappear one by one, and then the wall goes down.
Incredible work, darling.
Huh,
Good insight.
fascinating.
Thank you.
Incredible work.
Hmm.
Still doesn't answer why the barrier was put up so suddenly in the first place, but
I mean,
Like we said, it was in response to that scream we heard. We
cause
were tending to the coral flowers at the time when it happened, and we were all ejected from the garden.
Or does anyone else think that that's a bit too easy to break this multi-layered magical barrier?
no,
I was just thinking the same thing.
it's not the only barrier we're going to have to deal with. Remember the king's tomb. Remember the multiple seals that were there to keep him there.
You are true. On his tomb, you saw that there was Diana. You would have known this, because you had detect magic at the time. There was probably a 5-layered seal on his coffin as well.
ah,
This is probably the first of many.
yeah, that's just because I imagine time has run out for her detect magic.
Yes, absolutely. At this point.
So she just begins ritual casting again. Like she's like, I'm just gonna keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
We have the
You guys
time.
are able to step forward now if you'd like.
Why don't we
Uh,
wait for Diana to finish casting her detect magic before we
Hmm.
enter, just to be on the safe side?
I was
uh,
thinking the exact same thing.
Eric, what's your passive perception, buddy?
Passive.
I was gonna say mine's really high.
11?
Hmm.
Mine's 13.
Mine is 19.
I'm only
Jesus.
saying this because yours is high enough to see it. Because Tempest is standing right next to you, Eric, and you see her become captivated by this statue. And she starts to slowly step forward. And you notice this because she was, until a moment ago, very captivated with you in particular.
Oh, that went completely over my head.
Yeah, I think it did because I had actually stated that she was like staring at you.
Oh,
She was very captivated with Eric this whole time until just now.
so what's with this statue here? Got them 4 heroes nailing and everything. From the looks of it.
Well,
I don't know. There's something about it.
Do I see her stepping forward?
Oh, you absolutely do.
I try to stop her.
Okay, how do you stop her?
How much room is there between her and the threshold?
there's
She had
no
already
door.
partially. No. She had already stepped over where the barrier was, and nothing happened.
Has her foot come down on the floor yet?
Yes.
Oh.
But if you stop her, she'll stop.
I reach out and, hand on shoulder in a slight gripping motion, but not a harmful one. Say, let's wait until Diana has finished recasting her detect magic spell before we fully enter or proceed any further at all, for that matter.
She glances over at you and doesn't make eye contact, but she's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, okay."
Why don't you turn and face the other way for me for a moment?
She doesn't do so.
He
Diana
just
sees
walks
the
over
situation.
and
Yeah. Diana's like, I'm casting as fast as I can, darlings.
I understand. I will gently take her shoulders in both hands and start rotating her to face away from the statue. Everyone, please don't look at the statue unless you have to.
Eric was going to say something.
I was gonna walk over and like slowly notice like something ain't right. She like moves his hand like in front of her face, gives like a little snap the fingers trying to get her attention. And
When you do
mm,
that, in the combination of you, Malkael turning her away from the statue, and then you kind of trying to get her attention, that smile she had while she was looking to you returns, and she's like, "Oh, yes, darling."
I,
As you generally see her disposition change when you turn her away from the statue.
This was Aerith, correct? I'm just making sure I
No,
get
this was Tempest, the one on the
Tempest. Oh,
left in the
sorry.
picture.
Are
Tempest.
either of the others having the same reaction?
No, they are not.
My dear Tempest, I do not know exactly what's going on. That probably will be a better question for Diana. But it seems that when you look in the direction of the statue, you become rather fascinated in a not entirely mundane sort of sense.
Oh, did I?
You
you're
did. And the fact that you don't remember it is even more telling.
you all
Tempest.
right there? You seem to go in some kind of weird trance type of thing.
Oh, it was. less like that. It was. I could hear something.
What were you hearing?
It wasn't a voice per se, but a feeling.
What?
Like it was
Uh,
calling out to me.
Because
at this
that's
point,
always good.
Tempest,
Eric would like to turn to the other two and ask them, I don't suppose there's anything in your history of your kind getting entranced by some kind of song similar to how you, not you specifically, but how your people used to entrance the human world.
Well, Tessa speaks up, the one wearing the black dress. Our origins, as far as I'm aware, we were created by. Oh. You see her eyes kind of glance at the statue. The world's oldest sea creature.
now I'm
Okay.
not going to try and be rude here. And I say this only as a pertinent, scientific based question. Is Tessa the youngest of you three? Or Tempest,
Oh,
sorry.
Tempest.
Tempest.
Tempest, no, she is actually the oldest.
That would have been that was going to be my second question. Which one of you was
The
the
first
oldest?
heiress.
She
Oh,
is technically the heiress to the sea. Or
yes,
she would be the
I
oldest
am,
one connected, and that is probably why it's calling to her and not the two of you.
I am probably around 200 years old, Tempest says. My sister, Tessa, was born 20 years later, and then Aerith, who is the youngest among us.
That's enough time
Toast.
difference, at least, that there is probably something that has awoken within inside of you since the barrier, or at least since
Yes,
the Elk King has returned to this world.
when Stefan first came to us, he was quite young, just starting as an adventurer. He was a captivating young man. But from what I understood, he found his way of being, what's the word you humans use for it? Druidic in nature? And found a way to extend his lifespan quite a bit. By the time he was an old man, that's when he sired Tessa, or not Tessa, Aerith. He was quite old at that point.
I mean, that would make sense. I mean, we know that there was an elf. We know that there was now a druid, and that there is a Dhampir. Each of those races is easily able to live, or not. Well, a druid is not a race, but a druid, depending on their power, can easily live to 1,000 years old. A
As far
Dhampir
as I
can
know,
easily live to 1,000 years old, and so can an elf, and so can certain tieflings if done correctly.
from what I understand, our father was 235 when he passed away.
Hmm.
His grave is here, actually.
We're here.
In the field, in the flower, in the garden.
She points in a direction, probably about 50 or 100 feet from the statue is a gravestone.
Hmm. Now, Tempest, were you getting... Was this the statue specifically calling you? Or is it possible
Oh,
that the grave was calling to you?
no, it was definitely the statue. No, the
Was it?
inscription that was once on the statue has been long forgotten, worn away by the ocean water, unfortunately.
Do you remember what it said?
Hmm. No, it was gone before we were here.
I am
I think
going...
the
If
inscription was the generation before us is when it disappeared.
Any
Interesting.
records from that time?
None that we have access to. They could be somewhere in the city.
So, was this written like with some sort of outside force, like similar to how we use quills and such, or was it chiseled into the stone?
Oh, it was very much chiseled into the stone. Uh, Salt water has an effect on marble, you see. It's still, because of its massive size, still in good shape, but, come. She begins walking forward, and Diana, your detect magic has come up back at this point.
Before we walk forward, um, even though her detect magic has popped up, as a additional precaution,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Detect Good and Evil, just to be on the safe side.
Oh, okay. Ooh, what does it do? Hold on, let me read that again. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Ooh, okay. All right. Interesting. You do get a ping,
Mm-hmm.
specifically an aberration,
Oh.
I
but
felt that
you
coming.
don't get an evil sense from this aberration.
Hmm. Interesting. I will relate to the group that there is an aberration somewhere close by. I'm not exactly sure where, but
Does it give you an exact?
oh no, I actually know where it's coming from.
Oh, it's
It may...
absolutely the statue.
Sorry, what?
It's the statue.
Okay. This statue is reading as an aberration, but it's not good nor evil, which I suspected, because based
Yeah,
off
you
of
get
what
a
the Beast King said, that the him and the other generals and children were neither good nor evil.
yeah, you
They...
get a very neutral sense from it. I'll put a color to it.
Mhm.
You're sensing a very pink aura coming from the statue,
Okay.
which pink is generally associated with kindness or love, in a sense.
Okay. I'm definitely getting a strong sense of kindness from the statue. But it's interesting that it's reading as aberration.
Hmm.
yes,
Normally, aberrations are evil.
Hmm.
it's disconcerting to say the least, darling.
It
Yeah, I was about
is.
to say, Diana, you in particular would know that aberrations are generally evil.
Oh yes, just she waves a hand. Is that I'm curious?
It's a little odd that an aberration would be giving off kindness.
Aren't there all kinds of different aberrations under the ocean floor? You know, and like deep marina trenches or whatnot.
Eric, give me a history check with advantage. $12. That's not bad. Eric, you remember more of those stories you were told by your sailor buddies of these whale-like creatures. What are they called? Hold on. Uh, did I spell that right? No. There's a certain creature I'm looking for, and I don't remember what it's called.
Boop.
Flump.
Do. Hold on. Give me a second. Do. Damn. Monsters. Come on. Load, roll 20. Oh, roll 20 is being a bastard. Um, there we go. There we go. You heard of these creatures, called aboleths that were sort of cousins to sirens, but far more evil. And they look a lot like that statue, just without the octopus part of it.
Oh, right. I can kind of see it now. Though, why is it missing the old tentacle part of it?
You would know, Eric, that the aboleths were one of the Leviathan's first children.
Ah. Oh. Oh.
All of these sea creatures that you know today are children of the Leviathan.
So, if this statue or aberration or whatever it really was is only half of this whale creature you've seen, then what caused it to hybridize or change or possibly be a species that no longer exists?
You are not sure.
I mean, I'm mainly just spitballing.
Oh, I was talking to Eric.
I mean, if you think about it, I've heard tales of all the sea creatures here, the children of the Leviathan. If you think of all the diversity in it, kind of boggles the mind.
How close are we to the statue now at this point?
You'd be coming up on the statue. It is massive.
Before, like, once we get a little closer, um, I'm going to at least like start moving the silt and stuff on the ground to see if there is any of that ancient druidic, like, on the ground anywhere. If there's any residue or anything of that.
Give me investigation checks. Anyone who wants to do so.
I'm not the greatest at this, but I will give it a shot.
Same.
Never mind, I'm really good at
Bang.
this apparently. That's my second of the night. Holy crap!
Hey, I even though I didn't get an actual 20, a 26.
Nice.
Do. Where is it?
Because I remember when we were in the Elk Kings that each of the statues. Well, damn!
Whatever
I don't see that every day.
You don't see that every. No, you
A
don't.
1 in 400 chance.
Yeah. Because I remember, like I was saying, I remember when we were in the Elk King's tomb that each of
Oh
the
my
statue,
Right?
each of the statues had ancient druidic runes around them.
It sure
Yep.
did.
Yep.
So very quickly, you're all able to find these sigils in a very, very wide circle around this statue. You're able to kick up the silts and reveal these runes that seem to be about 5 layers deep. So what I'm talking about is you see
Thank you.
an outer ring, and then 4 more rings of runes going in, creating a 5-ring circle around the statue.
Interesting.
Really yummy.
Now,
With the double
Thank you.
natural 20, Eric. When you get to a certain point, you're at the base of the statue. You start to move away the silt from the base of it. And it seems like you notice something that others didn't. The letters weren't washed away or carved away. They were filled in by silt.
uh-oh.
And you are able to shift the silt out of the words slowly, 1 letter at a time, and reveal the inscription on the statue. What languages do you speak, Eric?
Common, halfling, and primordial.
Yeah, thank you.
Success.
I didn't know if you were done.
No, 7.
Specifically
I think so.
written in ancient Herod.
They're good.
Is written, "Beware the Leviathan." Sealed, and it has the same date as the one you were given in the Elk King's tomb.
Hey, guys, I think we just stumbled onto another one of those tombs or the coffins here.
I'm still getting a ping of aberration from the statue, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I am going to then just give me one sec.
Oh, actually, with that double nat 20, you get more than that, Eric. At the base, you see now that those four statues, they're not like in a line. Those four statues are in four very specific points on the statue, on each of the corner of the statue. And at the base of each of those statues, uh, where their hands are sitting in a very like bowing like position, you see those same symbols that Diana described.
So it's either the tree, the skull, the trident, and the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You see, as they're bowing, you see that their hands are in a like triangle formation, with their head kind of pressed before each of the symbols.
Suppose that we copied this form of veneration here. Do you think it might loosen any of the other barriers that might be in this vicinity? Although the larger question is whether or not we should.
At this point, before we move any further,
Do any of you speak deep speech?
Isn't that drow?
Kind of like, how does, it's kind of, an ancient form of, ocean folk speak.
Ah, okay. What am I thinking of then?
You're thinking about Undercommon.
Ah, yeah, okay.
You hear a booming voice. Woo son fulala woon. And you hear this voice coming from the statue. And you now see Tempest. Her eyes kind of are locked onto the statue as she hears those words. And you can clearly tell that she understood them.
What are you hearing, Tempest?
It said, don't do that. And she points to what Eric said.
Right, so no veneration.
so don't touch the seals.
Voon son halo falalo. Do not break my seal. I need to keep. I need to stay this way, is what it said. And that's Tempest relaying the message.
Okay.
Right, so giant obelisk are telling us not to disturb it. I
Specifically,
think
it's
we should.
telling you not to let it go.
Right. So, we seem to be closer to disturbing its resting place, and we obviously shouldn't be doing that, guys. Or ladies. And
I'm going to speak in Celestial and specifically say to it, we are here at the behest of the Beast King.
Let me do boop. Gonna get rid of that one. What do we want? We need something that will. Hmm.
Oh. And Alexa says, I know we have a translator, but do you want me to assist in translating?
Might not be the worst idea.
Hmm.
Let's just go back to this one.
That's why I switched to a tongue to see maybe if it understood.
Well, Diana begins casting Comprehend Languages.
As you do, Diana, a pulse of this pink light comes from the base of the statue and kind of washes over all of you. In a very, very soft, almost angelic-like voice. Mortals, I plead with you. Keep me sealed.
Why?
Why? Yes. Why?
Because the seal is the only thing allowing me to keep my mind as it once was.
It's blocking the corruption. You mean?
The madness, yes.
How did the madness begin? What caused it, if you can remember?
A jealous god. We used to meet with the dragons and the gods in their silly meetings. The god poisoned our chalices. I didn't realize it until it was too late. Then one by one, my brethren started to act out. Not like they normally would. First, it was the phoenix. Then, it was the construct. Hold up. Here we go, down here. There we go. Then it was the dragon. Then the angel. And all that was left was me and the Beast King.
The
I was the
beast.
last to suffer the madness.
The Beast King is free. The madness did not take him. Meaning there is a cure.
Hmm,
A cure that
maybe.
maybe we can give you. We are not tied to the magics of the gods anymore. We are tied to the magic of the Beast King.
The Beast King was blessed. A blessing that this god did not know about. A blessing that stopped poisons from affecting him. Though he drank out of the same glasses, he was unaffected.
I might be able to cure you of this poison if you are willing to let me try.
It's God's magic, but you can try.
My magic, yes, is godly based magic, but it comes from one uncorrupted, one who believes in keeping balance in this world. And I am going to begin to place my hands on the statue and using my own energy as well as two charges from the Ring of Healing. Um, if possible, cast Lesser Restoration from both myself and the ring at the same time
Mm-hmm.
to remove the poison from them. And here's what it can do just as a reminder.
As you do, you see what is normally your bright colored magic turn this deep black.
No, my magic is always black. My magic is black and green.
Oh, well, this is healing magic, which is normally green.
Okay, we'll just say it would be green for this moment then.
Oh, okay. But you see it shift without you doing it. And you hear the voice go, "No, no, no. You foolish mortals." As you hear the shift in the voice. You do not know in which you mess with.
Who is speaking now?
The better half of this creature.
That is a lie. You are not the better. You are the worse.
We'll see about that. Come, my children. As you see a wave of this black magic pulse out from you, and you all see as several creatures come out from the dark of the water, and that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Ah! No! We still have 20 minutes, Dad!
It's just not enough for a combat.
It is not.
Yeah, I mean, it could realistically be if I do what I was gonna do the moment you said something.
Mm-mm.
Way to
Maybe.
go, Malik.
Hey, I'm the cleric. I have to try things, okay?
You tried to use a lesser restoration spell on a freaking aberration, a practical demigod of the seas.
I tried to use two at once. Thank you very much.
That's fair.
You caused its split personality to take over. Good
Now,
job.
exactly. Now you went and called the Jekyll and Hyde situation.
It's okay. I can help
When
deal with whatever it
That
has.
is a piece of information that you just gained, though.
Yeah.
If this has a split personality, they probably all do.
Yep. And
The
the
madness.
I guess it is something. It's something that causes the psyche to split. There is a way to reverse it and or induce
But
it.
basically, what she was saying is the Beast King was unaffected because he had a blessing that caused the poison not to affect their mind.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that's why I was like, well, considering it's currently not affecting you, and in a way it is isolated, that's why I tried. I was like, I have the ability to cast from two different sources, but it being the same thing. Maybe if I'm able to do that, I can, it amplifies it enough that I can do that a couple of times to try and break through.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like how you pointed out with the seawater, Kiti.
Mm.
Basically, what had happened is over time the silt filled in the words, and people just didn't notice.
yeah,
Because the color of the silt was the same color as the marble.
yeah, that's why I said to start clearing away the silt because I was like, $10. There is ancient druidic on this ground.
Yes, sir.
I remember things.
Yeah. Oh, I remember the ancient druidic as well. I'm looking forward to seeing whatever it is. I'm looking forward to combat next time. But
Ah,
uh,
dude, I'm so happy right now.
Yeah.
Can
although,
I
oh,
go
go ahead.
ahead. I had a question, like, post all of this happening.
Mhm.
Because you mentioned the thing was made of marble, and you mentioned the
Right.
seawater, like, deteriorated the marble. I'm like, wait a minute, is that a thing? So I went and looked it up, and you're absolutely right. So I want to give
Oh,
you, like, an A+ for being completely scientifically accurate with that.
oh
But
yeah,
it
that was
begs the
specifically
question,
why I chose marble.
yeah. But it brings to the question: if marble is so porous, why have it be the central portion of the structure for this important pillar? What?
Because it was above ground before it sank beneath the ocean.
Yeah,
It is
it was above
true.
ground, so it
It
wouldn't
sure
have been a
was.
problem. But now, oops, all water.
Oh, okay, right. I
No,
forgot this was a sunken.
it's
Yes,
sunken
Uh,
city.
it is a
It's like,
sunken city.
okay, I forgot this was a
also,
sunken city.
also
All right.
for Diana, I know like she's just started practicing her new whatever new weave can control everything.
Mm-hmm.
Since I've been doing it so much, well, not to practice, but doing it, I wonder if, and this is something to decide later on, or something talk whatever. Being able to ritual cast certain spells a little faster than the 10 minutes.
Yes, one of the things that's actually going to come with the natural weave,
Mm-hmm.
is not only are you going to be able to instant cast ritual spells,
Okay.
you are also going your arcane whatever it is,
Arcane recovery.
your arcane recovery.
Uh huh.
Uh, at higher levels, you were going to be able to use that more than once a day.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, that's like I said. Well, Diana knows what she's doing on whenever we're able to get downtime with things. Diana's
One
practicing.
other thing that would have been very noticeable is when that evil voice came over the creature. Tempest also had a very devilish smile on her face that came over her the second the voice swapped.
Hmm.
I'm excited that we had a really good
Mhm.
RP session, and that combat's coming after this.
Mhm.
You guys are getting into it now, so
Yeah.
It's
Also,
only
Tier, sorry,
9:40.
sorry about spoiling your duel.
Well,
Oh, it's okay.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't even sure how to do that. I was like, okay, each of us roll a d20. It's like, all right, you get hit for like 1d4 points of damage or whatever, and then that would be the end of it.
I wasn't even. I was going to say it was going to be more like a we don't even try and hit each other. We're just, the weapons connect a couple times, and that's what we're intentionally going for, just to see if we can move
Hmm.
normally,
Like I
and
said,
more to prove it to you.
if you ever see me on a whim, you just see me roll something within the chat like a d20, and there's no modifier, there's no whatever. That's
Yeah.
me flipping a coin.
Yep.
oh, fair enough. I do that all the time.
Am I doing this or am I doing this? Because with that first interaction, my gut reaction, and that's what it was. If it was 10 or below, it was going to be nope. Diana's like,
Dude,
no,
that
no,
double nat 20 though.
double that 20 was real
Well,
good.
the fact that they rolled a double nat 20 and I also rolled a nat 20 during that same check, like three
Oh,
natural 20s is that like insane.
And Diana still got the highest roll of the 26. Woo, I actually rolled high. Praise me.
yeah, that all of you passed that check. So,
And then the 18, I mean, the lowest is an 18.
yeah, exactly.
Like, there we go.
The DC was 17. So,
Mm-hmm. Are we done? Do we need to say goodbye for the recordings? Because we haven't not done so.
oh, yes. Just so the people would know, I have decided that this channel will strictly now be D&D. I just don't have the time or the wherewithal to record myself playing mini games, so this is going to be a strictly D&D based channel.
Aw.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nope, I understand.
One of these days, I might consider adding a extra game during the week at some point, but that would also require discussions by the rest of the group. So yeah.
Fair.
Fair enough.
But yes, to the YouTube end, we are going to end here. Thank you for watching. Uh, like, subscribe, all that happy jazz if you like our story. Support in various ways, and I'm writing a book that'll coming soon. Look forward to that.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Nice.
Night.